Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down. Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a break, boy. Yeah, that's a break, little man. Break it down. Degeneration up. Degeneration. You think you can tell me what to do? You know who you
I always forget that you guys have the most awesome freaking intro now, and I'm like, oh shit,
That's
shit,
OP,
oh
that's OP, that's OP.
It might get us in a little bit of trouble, but I don't give a fuck. It just really lightens the mood.
It
lightens
does.
the mood. That is P all day. Yo,
Welcome,
we back.
guys, to Thirsty Thursday.
Hello.
Thirsty Thursday
Becky,
is
I missed
lit.
you.
I've missed you too. It's so great to see you guys.
It so is. You have no idea how
Becky.
warm my heart feels to see you. You don't know how much you mean to me and Krista B. We're like, we love
Facts.
You guys, I mean it. Same. I just want you to know that in this house, in this apartment, it's the same for you. All day,
Facts.
all day, every day. I was telling Greg yesterday, I was like, oh my God, when you asked if we could do it this week, I was like, so we're doing Thirsty Thursday tomorrow, and I'm actually so excited because I have missed them so much. I want to see them. I don't care. I just want to be there with them.
Oh, and we missed you.
I've missed you guys. We were trying at least twice during Mania. Greg was like, I saw Krista.
Really?
Greg wants to know if you were wearing a yellow, what was it? A yellow jersey, like baseball jersey at any point.
Nope.
You're wrong.
I would have been so like, oh my God. Did y'all
Because
see
I'd have been like, yo, if
us?
you saw me, because my cousin called and was like, yo, I see you. And I'm like, how you see me? Like, we see each other on the screen. Like, we can see, because we were in the press box. And then we went down to the floor or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, there's no way. I'm like, yo, get the fuck off my phone. Stop calling me. Like, my voice is already shot. Don't stress me out. But I can't fault him, because when me and him had first went to our first SummerSlam,
right?
He was like, oh, I see us on TV. And I'm like, no, you don't. But then he gave me the timestamp. And I think it's SummerSlam 2017.
Okay.
Where Naomi lost to Natty, I believe.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If you look, you'll see us. We were right there behind the announce table when they was coming down the ramp.
Check it out.
So we were there. So he saw you actually see us on TV. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So I really can't not take his word for it. But being that we was looking at the screen, we were so close to the screen,
right.
We knew that we weren't seen on TV.
Right. But hey, I told him, I was like, listen, I don't think that's them, because I have been stalking them on Instagram the whole day, and she's not wearing anything yellow.
No, yeah, I had no yellow.
I could be wrong. He was like, but she was right there, and I was like, look, I'm sure they have great seats. That's all I can say. That I believe.
I can't wait to get into it.
Oh, I'm excited.
You were there with us in spirit.
In spirit, I was right there.
We play next year now. Okay.
Yes.
And next year's Hollywood.
We're planning
next year now.
Yes. Greg and I are absolutely coming.
Yes.
We're planning Mania for next year. Hollywood.
So let's introduce ourselves, because I'm sure there's a lot of new people tuning in for Thirsty Thursday. It's actually a special edition, because we normally do the second Thursday of the month, but it's the first Thursday of the month, and it's a very special Thursday because Krista B and I were able to go to Wrestlemania $38.
It is so exciting.
It still doesn't feel real though. It does not feel like we were there. Coming home, because we came home Monday, so we were able to watch Monday. I'm sorry, hold on. My brother's calling me. Sorry.
Brother.
Okay. So Thirsty Thursday is our monthly live show where we partner up with Face Be Hills High podcast. It's been Bakey really holding it down, and we have all really gotten close.
It's the Bakey show.
I really appreciate it. I like your EST shirt.
I mean,
so I mean, it's very on brand. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on WrestleMania.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We want to hear your thoughts on WrestleMania, but we really want to dish on our week in Dallas.
I can't wait to hear. This is what I'm here for.
Yes, so that's why we wanted you to come on, because you weren't there, so
I was there in spirit. Yes, absolutely.
So I want to shout out everybody that's in the comments. Let me know what y'all drinking. So we didn't do a sound check. You know what? Fuck it. We didn't do a sound check. We just winging it. I'm drinking my champagne. If you want us to take a toast to something today based on WrestleMania, if you were in Dallas, I'm just gonna start bringing the guests on. Actually, hey Justin. Fam is here. He was at. I just did that.
You got caught.
Yeah.
Oh, they know what I do. Everybody knows what I do. As a matter of fact, if I put this glass up. What's in this? What was in this glass? Pete.
Whiskey.
See, you'd say I'm supposed to remember your drink, but I don't. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's all right because we was drinking when I was drinking, so I understand. Hey man, I'll do nothing but.
Listen, that amber brown. I'm like burping.
Oh, I should have known. Oh, yeah, I should have known. Because
Crown Royale. I was gonna say Bullet, but Crown. I like Crown better. So hey, I see you. We're kindred spirits.
I know you.
Oh, you too. Hi, fam.
Long time no see.
Hi.
I know it's been a couple of days.
Right.
I'm spilling my rum.
A couple of days.
Oh, I'm drinking my wine.
Do I know you, fam?
I've been here before.
I'm Christina.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
We're best friends now.
Absolutely.
Oh, he was from Black Wrestling Podcast.
Yes, I'm from Tasty. Hello.
We're all family.
Yes, we are.
It definitely felt like family in Dallas.
Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. I can't open my wine. I can't. I don't know. I have no strength right now.
Krista, why you nervous?
So, fam, what were some of your? Because I know you guys record on Thursdays, so make sure at some point you check out their live too. But what were some of your most memorable moments from WrestleMania 38 weekend in Dallas?
All right, we are around the back of Wrestlemania, and Sparks comes out because my cousin, whose name I won't say, but it rhymes with math.
My favorite asshole, basically. My favorite asshole
wants to give. I'll just say contraband, something that we wouldn't have got through the front door with, to one of the promoters, and the nigga Seahawk, who I've seen so much like reckless and ratchetness associated to him, comes up to us smiling. What's up, y'all? How you guys doing? Well, like, all right, yo, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It was just a cool situation. Putting a bunch of real life faces to ats and 140 to 280 characters. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was really, really dope. You know what I mean? And then shout out to all of us for immediately becoming Texans when we got down there. None of my friends and family had masks on. Niggas was like, oh, who? COVID, I don't care. Mania, like niggas.
I didn't check. I didn't check before I left the house as much as I normally would. But when we was in them Ubers, though, airport vibes definitely had to mask.
Airport definitely had to mask. I mean, I always carried mine with me in my pocket, but they didn't say, "Oh yeah, you need masks." Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we was Texans.
I mean, New York is doing it too up here now. Like restaurants and stuff, you can kind of walk in without with a mask on.
Really quick, my other favorite memory, or situation out there was we're in the bar, the one spot everybody was in, with all these famous wrestlers, including like Ric Flair and all these.
I saw Ric Flair at the airport.
That was insanity.
And we were, I'm excited about wrestler.
I'm fangirling hardcore.
After wrestler, and you know what I popped for?
What?
Ezekiel Elliott from the Dallas Cowboys walked in with an Emmitt Smith jersey. I was more happy than any goddamn wrestler that came in that goddamn building.
They talking about all of the wrestlers that they found at a bar, and and Ezekiel from the Cowboys walked in, and fam was more excited about that than wrestlers. So I'm just letting you know, you got a kindred spirit over here.
I'll open my wine, you guys. It's a party.
Yes, it's officially a party. Should we
My
toast
husband
for
over
the
here
first
representing.
time
Yes.
of the night?
Just let y'all hear that.
One of my highlights from the weekend of so many highlights, because we got to give Becky the rundown at some point, Krista, but
please,
was being able to hang out with our Black wrestling fam. Y'all, it was always a vibe at your Airbnb. Shout out to y'all new member Mimi. That was lit. That was a nice Wrestlemania moment right there.
I'm just going to shout out the fact that I officially have a nickname through Black Wrestling, and that nickname, the episode was named after me. So we're going to toast that.
That is so cool. But anytime we link with Black Wrestling, it is like a family, like a legit family reunion.
That's a fact. And then there's also evidence that Math was manhandling me in one of the photos. Just so I can throw it out there.
He is a menace.
But I have to shout him out though, because he definitely bought my Enejo Terramana. And he thought we was gonna open it in Texas, and we didn't. And I literally brought it home, like I said I was, and it's sitting on my counter.
We don't drink tequila.
But he said we was gonna drink it because it was. I guess he was just being an ass. You know how he is with me.
Dark liquors all day.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I mean, it is the dark one.
I've been on my Cosmo shit.
It is the dark one. It's the dark tequila. It's like it's tequila, but it was like formed in a whiskey barrel. So The Rock is trying to kill people. But hey, we're going to love it.
Shout out to Dwayne. You seen that nigga lifting weights and eating a whole pizza? That nigga trying to kill himself and everybody else.
He's going to take everybody with him. Listen,
do not speak ill of my man, okay? I like you.
Hollywood, because he disappointed me again.
He didn't though.
He disappointed me. No, you know what? This time it wasn't his fault. It was the right.
I would say Survivor Series was more of the disappointment because, dude, you should have been there.
25 years.
But I feel like WrestleMania was kind of
expected that he was
up in the air. Yeah.
Hey, the nigga never said he was gonna show up, so
exactly
can't put it on. Can't put it on Dwayne.
But as I'm like, I'm not gonna put it on him. But it just would have been if I was in creative. If I was in that motion and writing, that would have been the perfect fucking moment for him to come out. The way that Roman Reigns was talking shit on Monday, they should have did that on Sunday. Let him talk shit, because that match between him and Brock Lesnar wasn't all that long. You understand?
It was not.
It had space.
Well, that was because niggas got hurt, right?
Himself. Yeah, he hurt himself.
Yeah, he literally had to put his.
Yeah, that shit popped out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's. But that's not the point. Like, you know,
that's your man's. I expect you to be paying attention.
No, first of all, I had to make sure my kneecaps was there, because when Stone Cold Steve Austin music hit, Patricia almost took them off.
Well, we didn't start there, because we can start there, get my emotions out now early on with the recap, because that was like one of the best moments of mine. And it's funny because I like Sunday's appearance more than Saturday's, because you didn't expect it. That's like Saturday, and once KO show started, I said, okay, let me get my life. I know the.
And she still didn't get her life. She was still like,
I'm surprised I have a voice. But the second time I'm watching Vince McMahon have a match, what the fuck? And then
get me fucking started on that moment.
All of a sudden,
I didn't mind it.
I mean, it was unexpected. I mean, what more could you ask for at WrestleMania?
Yo, shout out to WWE's video department for turning the worst stunner of all time into a cinematic masterpiece. Amen. Shout out to them.
They need
how many years does this company have, and that man cannot take a stunner still?
Yeah,
I have a feeling that
he's 117. So
he's Methuselah, but like
being in that match.
But I gotta shout out Ron, because he literally tweeted, was like, Krista B, not your kneecaps. Yes, Ron, my kneecaps. And Ron, look. I got it on today, Ron.
Yeah. Oh no. Yes. I got this shirt from at the For the Culture show too.
Yes, I'm gonna be honest.
I was a heel in Dallas.
Win.
Right.
Because no one believes that.
Nobody believes you're the heel ever in life. No.
Nobody believes that.
Sweet baby, no.
That's
I think I'm a baby face?
You're
baby
face
girl
all the way, bro. all the way. There's
Ladies,
no way.
To think I could
ladies, I really got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Thank you for stopping by.
Coming
We love
by.
you so much.
Hey man, salute.
Great
Always
seeing
love.
ya.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye.
Take care.
So glad we got to see you, fam. Shout out to my beautiful friend Ciandol who couldn't make it tonight. I know you guys miss her. She was with you with the Dark Tequila all day. Look at that
Yes,
picture.
look at her.
Gorgeous. P, we not celebrating my birthday no more, baby.
What you mean?
It's still at the bottom. I mean, we can still celebrate my birthday.
Like, what you mean we not celebrating?
Excuse me. This is my birthday month.
It's Bacon's birthday
Oh my
month.
God, we should drink to that.
Yes.
Is it raining hard outside like that?
It is.
Nah, it got crazy. Who else is in these comments? Who else is joining us?
And because I'm me and my birthday is on 420, excuse me.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, you gotta go to Bacon. You gotta come to this wrestling show on 420.
Oh, you should. Yeah, you totally should.
Bitch, that's my birthday.
I mean, it is your birthday, but it is also 420 friendly, I'm pretty sure.
It better fucking be, because what else are we doing?
Oh, we can do whatever you want that day after the show.
I was planning on going to a Broadway show, but I will think about it.
Oh, girl, Broadway, be great. Of course, Ron, we always gonna support. We always gonna support.
So we were able
Greg just told me. Greg just saw me taking this hit, and he's like, "Don't forget that the rum is also dosed." So,
Ron, this is like really one of my favorite shirts. I'm not even gonna hold you, and it's super fucking comfortable. Really.
Ooh, I gotta.
Ron, I am loving that shirt. I'm gonna buy from you because looking cute.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me more.
All right, let's fill Bakey in. So one of the things that I want to talk about, because it's slowly coming together for me
now,
is Wrestlemania. So I went to Dallas for Wrestlemania initially. Like I was like, I missed it in New York 2019. I had to be there for the next one. Pandemic shit happened, and then it was going to be in Dallas. And I was literally like, I'm going to be in Dallas. I don't know. Wrestlemania wasn't even announced yet. I hit up Danny from Pretty Hills. I was just like, yo, did you hear anything? Everybody's like, nah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm like, cool. Then I let Krista B and Mimi know, like, yo, I'm going to Dallas. Like, let's figure this out type of shit. So I am, and looking in the waiting room, and you know how I like special guests. So I'm going to put one of my favorite people on the spot who we were able to vibe with in Dallas. And his name is Justin. Hi.
Hey, Justin.
Howdy.
How are you?
So what are you drinking?
Thank you, friend.
Hello.
So Bakey, this is Justin. He is the most amazing person ever. This is Bakey, another really amazing person.
Hi, Justin.
Really.
Hi.
Yeah. So what are you drinking?
Well, since we're going hard for Thirsty Thursdays, this is my first time on here. I decided to break out.
Welcome, catch up.
Ooh, Jamie. I haven't had a good Jamie in a long time. I love it.
So if you know me, I like JMO shots.
Respect.
So let's go.
Respect. Let's go.
So question. I'm talking about what made me finally make the decision to go to Dallas. What made you be like, nah, I got to go this year? Or are you always going to Mania? You're like, I don't need anything to like persuade me.
Oh, this on me?
Yeah.
You.
All right, bet. So this was my third Mania. My first one being 34 in New Orleans and then 35 in New York. So what made me want to go to this one was a couple things. Number one was missing out on 37 last year. You know, with the pandemic, with the vaccines not really in full circulation at that time, with the limited number of seats, it was really like a roll of dice. And I really, really wanted to go last year, especially with Sasha and Bianca main eventing night one. That was like, you're literally giving my dream match. And of all years, you're picking the year where, you know, COVID's still running wild and not everyone's vaccinated. So as much as it sucked to miss that, that was understandable. So this year was like, there's no way in hell I'm missing that. There's absolutely no way in hell I'm missing this year. And there was just a lot of things I want to check off this bucket list. And Dallas is a place I've never been to. So it's like, you know, the perfect storm right there.
I agree.
True.
All right.
So you want to know what was my real decision of going?
What?
So for me, I always have this fear of like going places. Not if like, I don't want to say of going places. My fear is mostly like, damn, if I go, what was like, it's always what other people would think if I go. Being that I have one of the most supportive boyfriends in the world, and he knows like this shit is my passion. He was just like, yo, just go. Like, I'm good. Like, I'll be here. You know, this is what you want to do. This is, you know. And he's like, you know, you can do what you want. I'm like, yeah, I know we're in a relationship. So it's just like, I'm going to run it past you to see how you feel. Like, yeah, be considerate of your feelings and stuff. But he was like, no, just go. Like, have fun. Enjoy yourself. Do whatever it is you need to do for your wrestling. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm just like, it's Texas. Why not go to Texas?
Right.
I've never been to Texas, and it's like the first trip me and P has been on
together. So true. Oh my god!
It's the first trip we've been on.
Really?
Together. Yeah, because when she was going to Vegas, I couldn't go. I forgot what happened. Why I didn't go. Why I couldn't go. But it was our first trip away, and you know, I'm like, okay, cool, and that's why I really went. It was just like, I always consider other people's feelings.
Trip away.
Yes, we have to do that.
Well, we're gonna do so many more things anyway, but so let's talk about Wrestlemania. Justin, did you go?
You saw him there, P. You hugged him.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna tell this Wrestlemania story, okay?
I've never
be trusted.
This has never happened to me. I'm really like, wait, I don't remember this fucking night. So, I didn't black out. I browned.
You didn't black out.
I said you blanked out.
I have like spurts of just memory, and then the rest of the night. So
let me tell this story. P, you have to say nothing, absolute nothing. Mute yourself. So here we go.
Stories.
So
unreliable narrator.
We get to Wrestlemania, right? Me, Mimi, P. We take our pictures in the front, like they have these cute. Where are my pictures? I don't know where my pictures are right now, but we take these pictures in the front in this photo booth, whatever. Cool. We go in. I had to hand P her ticket because she was with me, and I believe I gave Mimi her ticket. Yes, they had three tickets. Cool. I gave it to her. P shows the lady her ticket first. We go inside. We having fun. I said, all right, cool. I have a photo badge. Let me go to the front. Y'all stay here. P was like, all right, she's going to go upstairs and look for the booth that we paid for, which is another story. And then Mimi, I guess Mimi went somewhere too to find, I think, April, who she went to find. So now, long story short, P's like, all right, I'm gonna come back downstairs to you because by this time I was able to go backstage. So I'm like, right, I'm gonna come get you so you could come. She said, I'm gonna come to you. So when she comes downstairs with Brian, I meet them in the staircase. I was like, oh, look, Justin's right here. So we hug Justin. Do we not stand next to you and hug you, Justin?
Yep. I was
Justin.
I was right by the door where everyone's going backstage and upstairs.
Okay. And I was like, hey, Mimi. I said, did you see Mimi or whatever? I think you said, yeah, you guys spoke or whatever. Cool like that. So we go upstairs now. Backstage, go upstairs. P's seeing people or whatever that she knows, go upstairs. Cool. Now, time goes by. Everybody black in one space is just like intermingling. Everybody's intermingling, having fun. P's going to check on the booth. We meet David Shoemaker. I'm talking to Rosenberg. We're everybody who's everybody. We talking to Big Swole. We talking to Tasha. We talking. When I say everybody who's everybody's upstairs, everybody's upstairs.
Yep.
So now P is like, hey, did you see my bag and my jacket? I said, ma'am, what? What are you talking about? He lost her bag and her jacket. So now I'm over here. Now I'm in. When it comes down to me and my friends, and like if they lose something and they feel uncomfortable or misplaced, now I'm in that mode. Like I'm not gonna sit here. Everything else goes out the window. I'm dead set on one thing.
Ay, Patricia.
So now while we're looking for P stuff, P is still mingling with people. She's still talking to people. People buying us drinks. All of this, okay? All of this. Janelle was like, somebody bought a drink. Janelle was like, she needs tequila, something. And I don't know what you got. And she's like, she needs a shot. And da da da. So we got our drinks, whatever. P doesn't even remember the drink.
Wait, I took a shot?
No, you didn't take a shot. You didn't take a shot.
Oh,
no, you didn't take a shot.
Okay.
So now we over here. I'm looking for her stuff, whatever. Everybody was like, yo, I don't understand. I don't understand how she lost her stuff. Lovely was like, did she find it? No. Janelle was like, did she find it? No. Daniel was like, did she find it? No. So now we go downstairs now. She was able to go in the green room to find her jacket. Cool. I'm like, all right, your jacket there, your bag is there. She's like, I don't know. So now I'm helping her look for her bag. I come back on stage. She's taking a picture with Jay Cargill. I'm like, ma'am, we have to find your stuff.
I do remember spotting. I do remember that. I do.
I'm like,
you don't
talking
forget meeting Jade Cargill. I was
right.
Like,
I mean, I took the picture too, and I said this on an episode
Jade
yesterday.
Cargill.
It's Jade Cargill.
I would have dropped.
I was like, it's not like I didn't want to take a picture with Jade Cargill. I was just dead set on focusing on her finding her stuff because everything was in her bag. I'm like, hey, lock your cards.
Check your apps. That's the first night I got there too. So if that would have been how it happened, that would have been fucked up. Good thing I don't remember that because
I was just like, hey, lock your cards. Check your accounts to see if any money was spent. Like, make sure. And she was like, no, I'm good.
And thank goodness you had your phone with you because I would have had my phone in my bag.
The good thing. Can we just cheers to the fact
No. We're not cheersing nothing.
No.
We're not cheering to this.
So then, now, towards the end, everybody done cleared out or whatever. Wale came, performed, he left. Everybody cleared out, left. So now one of the guys is being a dick. I'm like, yo, we got to find her bag. So another guy was like, yo, we trying to find her bag. The real New York came out of me. We trying to find her bag. Like, we not leaving until we find it. Can you call upstairs to see if somebody found it? The bag was upstairs near the bar where we were hanging off of a chair. And everything was in it.
You never told me where you found it. So
girl, they brought it down to us. I was standing next to you. They brought it downstairs to us.
Wow. That's a
so for everybody who's asking if P ever found her bag and her jacket, yes, she did. And mind you, for her to sit here and say she didn't remember, it's not like P was stumbling over her words.
That's
like
what
she just blacked out.
That was the scary. I didn't black out. I browned out.
You know what's crazy? I think it was more so I think it was
defense mechanism.
P didn't look drunk. She wasn't stumbling. Like, she looked like how she's sitting right now.
That's
like,
why I was so like, why don't I remember last night? And then I was like talking to everyone, like, was I like, and everyone's like, no, you had a good time.
You were fine.
So we met Tom Hannigan. That was, I remember popping for that because I was a huge fan of his. And it's so interesting to me when like famous people introduce themselves to you, you're kind of like.
Right. He was like, I'm Tom.
I was like, I know who you are.
Who you are, Tom.
Chavo Guerrero. He is a sweetheart. He will literally.
And he went to take a selfie with me.
We're getting a selfie together. I was like, okay.
He did. The Good Brothers.
Like, oh, they were so sweet. Oh my
God. And it's crazy. Me and Mimi had saw them at the airport the day before. So I was like, hey, I saw you kicking the thing over. I think it was Carl Anderson. That's the tall one, right? No, Luke Gallows is the tall one.
No, Gallows is the tall one.
Yeah, I was talking to Gallows. I was like, I saw you kicking over the sign across the street in the parking lot. He goes, little old me? Yes, big old you was kicking that. Big old you. But no, they were super, super dope, super nice. We saw really Swole. Nice. I was talking to Cedric.
Oh, shout out to
and Swole.
Wait. Cedric
What?
Alexander was there?
Who? Her husband was there, yes.
You think Swole's gonna go by
herself?
Did I meet him? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I was in the hallway.
I remember that.
I was in the hallway with them. That's where I took the picture with Rob Van Dam at. I was in the hallway.
Listen, I'm rolling my R's. Really nice. I'm rolling my R's here for you for your name because that's my middle name. And when I call myself out for doing shit, I say "Ay Patricia," so you deserve your "Ay Patricia" today.
I do, I really do, because I feel like I missed out on a magical night. But very randomly, I feel like, you know what it is. I think my anticipation of it, because I realized so me and my sister, shout out to King Letty, we went to see On the Run 2, and I think our like anticipation just like got the best of us, so we were just like throwing back.
That's what I feel. I just feel like you were very hyped and excited.
What it was, and that's what I came to Dallas for was Wrestlemania. Oh, and then I went to the liquor store and the girl there, she suggested this like Texas. I was going to get my regular apple whiskey, Crown Royal, shout out to fam. But then she was like, why don't you try this? It's from Texas. It was like $10 less. And I was like, okay, cool. So I think that's where I fucked up because then I bought the bottle of champagne. So then it was just a lot going on. But it was a great first night. It was a great first night. Wrestlemania was definitely an experience. I love
it. You guys got there. Sorry.
And keep in mind for the people that weren't there, Wrestlemania was long. So it started at like 7. And then they had like the Ringer podcast where Shoemaker, Sparks, and Cass were talking to Street Profits who opened the show. And then that was like about 20, 25 minutes right there. And then they had the assortment of guests. They had, Rosie and Low Key from the Say Less podcast really like work the crowd and stuff like that for a while. So Wale didn't really hit the stage till like midnight. So from 7 to midnight,
perform like
you
4
have
songs and
an
left.
assortment of like different guests, different wrestlers. That's where you had Almost come on stage and
And he was rapping, and I missed that
he was
part.
saying, I got that. You can check my Twitter. I got that in full high def. Then you also had the NXT people come on stage. That's where Grayson Waller was talking shit to Cameron Grimes. That's when Indy Hartwell coming on stage started popping off too. And they were all like taking jabs at each other. And
yeah, I was there for the Indy Hartwell and the former tag team champs. They were there for Toxic Attraction. I was there for that.
Yeah. So you had like
didn't we take pictures with them?
You asking me?
No, girl. That's
no, you browned
They
out.
wasn't in my phone, but maybe we did.
You browned out. Anything of you comes into question. So yeah, Wale didn't hit the stage till like midnight, and then that was his own show right there. So by the time he got to Wale, that was like 5 hours already.
Yeah, that was a long show.
That is long. That is long.
I think one of the best things. Oh, Bacon.
And what day was this?
This was
Thursday.
Thursday? Okay.
Yeah, I think one of the best things about Wrestlemania is just knowing that you're gonna meet up with the people that you fuck with in this wrestling shit at one place, and it's a turn up. So it's like I'm gonna see Lovely, shout out to her. I'm gonna see Alex. I'm gonna see Cam. I'm gonna see Justin and everybody, and then also me. And that's also the one place someone brought it to my attention. Like that's the one place of Hobby Brian. That AEW wrestlers, WWE wrestlers, indie wrestlers, wrestling fans actually get together and mingle in a way where it's not like we weren't fangirling out. Like we were able to party. Like it was a very relaxed environment. And I was like, that kind of gets taken like under appreciation, that this is that one place where like we all kind of vibe and everyone can kind of be themselves.
That's true. Cool. I'm sorry. I know we took pictures at House of Blues with the photographer, so I'm trying to look for our pictures on their Facebook page.
Oh, I could try to find the actual one in my suitcase, but those were cute, really cute pictures. But yeah, Body More bottles. You should get us some cups so that we can sip on them.
I do have a cup. I just need to figure out where I put it. But I
can take yours.
But I do want another one.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah. So all in all, Wrestlemania was a great night.
I'm glad you guys had fun.
It was fun. I think
living
it was
vicariously
more fun
through you.
I think for me, and I'm going to be completely honest, I think it was more fun for me because of the people that we the family, the wrestling family. Hey, Eve.
Hi, Eve. Yeah. Okay. Black announce table. Let's get the planning for next year. Let's get you guys.
Eve was going to surprise us to come this year, but he had got into some started lifing for him, so he couldn't come. But next year we all out there. But yeah, like I was saying, for me, like I really was impressed to go to Wrestlemania, and he was like, "Oh, let's go." I really was impressed. Like I think I really could have missed it and not cared to miss it. But it was certain parts that were very unorganized, which they need to do better on, because we paid for a booth that we didn't even use. Okay. That money that was spent, we could have put it to something else. You understand? Like if there's like you need an admissions ticket as well as a VIP ticket. Like it would, and this is no thing to Wrestlemania itself. Maybe it's like the venue was doing something. Like something has to be done better. Because I've heard that there's been other Wrestlemanias where it wasn't like that. Yeah. And then you had issues with the bands and the security. Certain bands could get you upstairs, certain bands couldn't. Oh, I had a photo pass, but a photo pass could get you but so far, and then things change. And trust me, I know things change. I do Summer Jam every year. Trust me, I know things change. You got to have certain passes for certain things. People change shifts. Cool, but have one concise plan throughout the entire night. Let everybody be on the same accord. So for me to experience that as my first Wrestlemania, I was just like, this shit is crazy. Like if this how it is every year, I'm really not pressed to go next year. I'm pressed to go for the vibe and not for the.
I don't need VIP. I don't need to spend extra money on a lot of things.
Like we know better now.
But
shout out to our hotel, because House of Blues is literally a 4-minute walk from our hotel.
Oh my god, I literally saw House of Blues from my window. Right. Wait, I have more guests.
Oh,
bring him in.
Bring him in.
I have more guests. He's late.
We drink to that.
Wait, I want to see if Krista could guess who I'm talking about.
Hey. You're gonna stop doing him like that, Pete.
Yeah.
Brian Late Waters.
Look at him
What
in
up,
all
y'all?
glory.
Hi.
What's going on? It's been a busy day.
It's been listen, I'm still recuperating. I'm still recovering, okay?
Same.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
feel
even
you.
know. Wait, so Brian, what are you drinking or anything? Or are you just here? You here for
Water.
the party?
I don't want to see
Water.
alcohol.
Oh,
Water's
Gotcha.
fine.
What is your 3 memorable things from WrestleMania
I'll
weekend?
drink for him.
there we go.
3 memorable things.
Mhm.
The Omni Day 1, the Omni Day 2. No, actually,
Omni was lit, y'all. Omni was lit.
no. So, how about the chain of what's that? Bag of Bones? Is that the right
No,
name
Brick
of it?
and Bone.
Freaking bone.
Brick and
Oh,
Bones.
the chicken. How we
Yeah,
didn't
so-
talk about the chicken?
Because we still got
So
time
from-
to talk about the chicken.
So from
What
the
happened with the chicken?
It was so damn
What-
good.
what-
I can
it was good.
imagine.
But
So
then
damn
the
good.
early call to meet Naomi, shout out to Krista, and it's like, yo, you up? I'm like,
I was like, Brian, no, literally, because I had to
struggling.
record. I was like, Brian, because next year I'm definitely going to plan better. If I'm doing media, I'm going to need a camera guy with me. Like, we're going to do a whole big thing. So I was like, Brian, I need you to come record. So Brian got lost in the hotel, which is understandable because I did the same thing trying to leave out of access. And I was like, so when he came in, I was just like, Naomi's taking too long on the other side, and she know I'm over here. So we walked over there. The lady was like, "Oh, y'all need help?" I said, "I'm just letting Naomi know that I'm here." As soon as she was done, I forgot who she was talking to. She came, she gave me a hug and introduced her and Brian together. LA would be much better. I almost for security. Yes, Ron, I was in your room this morning. I was in your Twitter space this morning. I heard. But yeah, so I Brian had the opportunity of meeting Naomi, who's one of the sweetest people.
I can't
in the
believe
world.
I've never met Naomi yet.
You know what's crazy, Brian? Didn't I say I could have called P to come? Because they really didn't. They really didn't check. Like when Brian, by the time Brian got there, it was just like he.
Yo, I really feel like we was just walking anywhere we wanted to.
Right.
Yo, when I say me and Krista,
now that's what we do next year.
Fuck it, when me and Krista said, and once Krista say fuck it, and she already lives that way. So, but when she says that we're gonna say fuck it, I literally say I'm following you, and I ended up on the fucking floor seats.
Yep.
That's it. I was like, hey, can this get us down? It was like, yeah, all right, cool.
Well, that was another moment. I mean, it was so many. It's hard to choose 3, but being right there, like I'm right here, y'all right there, and watching Bianca win, like, you know, as a fan of the show of those wrestling girls, and understanding what she means to the show, like, you know, the things she did for y'all on Patreon, to be in that moment right near y'all, and then like the FaceTime my daughter, like that will be a WrestleMania moment. That was probably that was for me as equal as to the Cody interview, as to the Stone Cold being right there on the floor watching Austin come out. Like, I mean, night 2 was no slouch either, but night 1 to me had like the memorable moments.
Yo, I kid you not. If I would have asked earlier if our media passes would have got us down to the floor, I think me and P would have been closer for that Bianca match. No shade, no bullshit, no nothing.
No, I feel you.
Like, because the way Bianca came, Becky and Bianca's match, literally, and everybody, literally is like the best storytelling and matches that we've seen in a really, really long time.
For sure.
Like, we have not seen, and y'all can put in the comments or whoever who y'all thought also like previous storytelling matches. Like, we haven't seen a good storytelling match in a really, really long time. Yeah, they use their words carrying up from SummerSlam all the way up until Saturday night at Mania, but I don't think I could really recall a best storytelling match. Like Mania 38, hands down, one of my favorites.
For real.
It's top 3, but I'm curious, PJ, how did it come off on TV?
That's Becky.
I'm sorry, Becky.
I'm like, PJ here, where she at?
Why is Becky not responding?
Well,
I'm so
are we talking about Mania in general, or
the Bianca match?
It was insane. It was insane. Like, fuck, babe, the Bianca Becky match.
Listen, tell Greg to come when this camera stop playing.
All right,
Why
okay.
just be a guest?
Bring your ass over here. You're a guest now.
Like,
Bring your ass over here.
Yeah, that was a magical.
You are a guest
I
now.
bet it was out on TV because I was on the risers for both nights. It was loud down there. Like when it got loud, it got like reverb.
I just
like,
watched it.
wow.
It translated well.
So this is Greg. This is my husband.
Hey, Greg.
What up, Greg?
What up?
Greg. He's definitely like a supporting like character on our show.
He really is.
He really holds
He
it
really
down.
is.
He held it down.
He is hashtag featuring Greg all day.
Oh yes, I love it.
Like it was just Mania was fantastic and it came through just as one of the best Manias ever. But that match, like when the marching band came out, yo,
Yeah.
I was like, my skin just talk for me, please. Because
first of all, my friend literally tweeted me and was like, Krista, did Bianca just shout out to OJ? Did Bianca just really go all the way black for this? I'm like, she's gonna stand true to who she is, okay? And shout out to Queen of the Ring Alex and Wilkins, because I was listening to
that was a really good interview.
I was listening to their interview and she said, she's always gonna be unapologetically her, know. Come on, plug. She said she's always gonna be her, unapologetically her. And she said this with us plenty of times before when she was on our Patreon, she was on our episode. Like, she's always gonna be there. So for her to literally be true to herself with the big bows she used to wear at CrossFit, to the giving a shout out to the guy who designed her outfit like 3 years ago for her to emulate and do it to a T.
Our waiting room right now is just it's a lot.
Packed. It's cluttered.
It's cluttered. I just gotta bring some of them on.
Who does we have on
first,
here?
I want to bring on our new friend. He just joined our wrestling family. Shout out to him because Steven definitely got us to and fro.
Hello, everybody.
Dallas.
Steven is here.
He is
here.
Hello.
Well, you have to introduce yourself to everyone.
Little bro in the building.
To the family.
Yes, I am Stephen Michael. I've been a wrestling fan since 2005. I am Brian's little bro. So when I was at Wrestlemania, Brian was my Paul Heyman. That's my little brother for real. That was a Brian on Thursday.
Our Paul Heyman too.
Brian is clutch. Can we take a cheers to Brian, please?
Mr. Brian.
Cheers to Brian, because he's
super clutch.
Okay.
So, and this was actually my first WrestleMania, so I lost my WrestleMania virginity. So I went to both nights. I went to like 3 to 4 other events.
Damn, I wish Feminine was on here, because when I said that on their show on last Wednesday, I said something about losing the virginity, and they were just looking at me crazy. But now that Steven say it, we all applaud and see.
You know the vibes.
Krista did it first. I don't care.
So, Steven, what was one of your top memorable moments from Dallas?
Wrestlemania. The fact that I saw black wrestling Twitter and about 20 to 30 black wrestlers, which I follow, that was amazing. I was wearing a Better Call Swole shirt. I better buy that shirt. I'm going on the elevator.
I have a story for you. So I'm in the hallway with Swole and Cedric, right? We're talking. How did I miss? Because you were somewhere else. We were talking, right? And I know Cedric was running down to get Swole to come upstairs. So after he got her or whatever, she introduced me.
That was funny.
And he was like, baby, we met like briefly just now. He was like, oh, hey, how you doing? I got to go get my wife, which he did. So then I was like, oh, hey. I was like, Cedric, that's my baby right there. He was like, no, that's my baby. I said, I get it because y'all married, but that's still my baby, okay? So as we're talking, she was like, I just walked by somebody that was like, she was like, oh, hey, nice shirt. And he was like, thanks. Oh my God, you're a big Swole. Come to find out, y'all, with Steven. You see?
I ran into a tipsy Swole coming off the elevator. So Brian, years told me, Steven, don't be a mark. Don't be a mark. So back to Brian should be proud. From the Omni to Wrestlemania, I was not a mark. I was dapping up people like I knew them. I dapped up Carmelo Hayes, Caprice Coleman. I was dapping up everybody. So,
but that's what I love about this, because it's like you can walk up to them. You can follow them. It's like they know you from Twitter. They know you from social media. And the way that they are on social media is the way that they are in person. Like they are very real. They are very sweet and kind. And, you know, you treat them with respect. They will treat you with respect as you do with any human being. Like they don't act like they're too big for their britches and be like, you know. So that's what I love. And that was my favorite part of Wrestlemania. Nobody was acting stush towards each other. Nobody was acting self-centered. Nobody was acting like they better than somebody because, Brooklyn Krista would have got kicked out of Dallas.
I'm glad she didn't have to make an appearance. But
right.
Yeah.
I mean, you lost your shit. She almost did.
I almost did it on. She almost made an appearance on P because she wasn't focused. There would have been no more of those wrestling girls after this.
I was meeting Jay Cargill. Okay,
you was.
I feel like I get a pass. I'm glad I was too. And also, Krista, can you be proud of me? Like I did not fangirl out. I was 5 feet from the fucking Usos, and I was like,
oh yeah, Trick Williams playing pole at the Omni. That was just a random.
Right, we almost died. We almost got hit with a pool ball. Right.
A few things.
I straight told
me back next year because I
straight told Mello, excuse me, I gotta sit down because I'm tired.
Me and Carmelo Hayes was talking the entire weekend. Okay, we were talking and taking pictures the entire weekend. Like that, he's cool. Like Carmelo Hayes is
very
one of the most humble people. Very approachable.
A lot of the NXT
people, literally, P's sitting down. I'm going to the back, and I'm going to trying to catch his seat, and I hit Jay like this. I'm like, "What up, Oos? Congratulations on your game tonight." He's like, "Oh, thank you. What's up?" Sit down. I tapped him. "What up, Oos?" I sure did.
Who do you think you are?
I'm Krista B.
That's right.
I mean, it wasn't a hard tap. It was like, "Hey, what up?" Like you know.
And that's when I turned around. And I was like, "Hi."
He was so.
And that
I was good. No, I was good.
He was so good. I am very proud of P. She did so not. Good.
I walked up to Damian Priest, thanks to Brian, and was just like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" And he was like, "Sure." And I was just like,
I'm mad at taking a picture with him.
Oh my god.
I saw her taking one with him, but I went up to him afterwards. I was just talking. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. You from the Bronx?" And I was there, and that's what we talking about.
I said the same thing to him too. I was like, "Yo, I'm from New York too." He said, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah, I seen you at Madison Square Garden." He was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And he was like, "Yeah."
So yeah, they were all so dope. Just walking in and I wanted to take a picture with Matt Riddle, but he was just surrounded by
I really wanted to take a picture with Dolph Ziggler, but I think I would have probably fangirled.
I saw Dolph Ziggler. So fun fact, I lost my card at the Omni the night before NXT TakeOver. So I'll go back to the Omni after TakeOver. And literally an hour after his match, Dolph Ziggler was at the bar just chilling. I'm like, didn't you just defend the title?
And his hair was still straight. He
was chilling. He was talking to producers. I'm like, yo, this man is just...
He is one of the chillest. He's one of the chillest people. Like I think that he's probably the first wrestler I ever met live.
He was just at the bar, like chilling.
And Kayla too. They was just.
I spoke to Kayla. Kayla says, but y'all see Ron's comment, right? Y'all see the comment? As long as y'all know.
Oh yes, bloodline.
Wait, Justin, did you have any chance encounters with a wrestler this past weekend?
I mean, I was at the Omni both nights. Like how y'all were fangirling over Carmelo is how I was when I saw Kayla. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I was like, if I'm not trying to be respectful right now, I would try to go over there and get picked. But you know, everyone's chill. And the cool thing about Omni was no one was really going up to the guys and like really blowing them up on the spot for like pictures and like, yo, I'm a fan, this and that. Like it was very chilled. Everyone was respectful. Like
this is the one thing I don't like about anybody being famous is because you know how we are. Like we come out, the wrestler's gonna come down, we're gonna sit, we're gonna have a good time because of regular people. You have the ones who are standing in the lobby. Standing literally in the street, in the lobby, in the front door, the back door, trying to get over the barricade, blocking the doors to come. Let these people, they just have strenuous matches. They're going upstairs to change.
It's their hotel.
It's their hotel. Like, you have to really give them a chance to breathe. Like when they come, I get that y'all are fans. Don't get me wrong. I get that y'all are fans. But y'all have to let these people be people at the end of the day. Because once they're out the ring, yes, they're famous, they're celebrity. Once they're out that ring, they're normal fucking people. I'm not saying that they don't love the love. I'm not saying that they don't love the love. But at the same time, it's like they just had it like fucking Bianca just fucking had a swollen ass eye.
Boundaries.
I didn't reach out and be like, and Brian had just said right before we walked to Brian's like, yo, you just missed your friend Bianca. Go upstairs. We just missed her. Like we saw Beth Phoenix.
But that was Hall of Fame.
But what I'm saying is that although I just missed her, I could have, hey, I'm downstairs. Come downstairs. Oh, what's your room number? Da da da. Oh, wait, that like it could have been really of a pestering type situation. And that's what a lot of them were doing. Like I give Tavia everything because when I was at Media Day and I left from like access to come, she had to literally clear out all the people in the lobby. Herself clearing out like 50 people out the lobby because they were just standing there waiting for these people, for these wrestlers to come back or go or whatever. I don't like that.
Like at the end of the day, like you said, they are people and this is their job. Once they come out of the ring, they have earned the time off. They are off the clock.
Especially in their fucking hotel bar.
Exactly. Like they have exhausted themselves emotionally, physically. Some, like botches happen. Bianca gets a fucking black eye that gets totally shut. Like let the people go be people.
Right, and that's what I don't like. Like, and then they get upset. Like, oh, this person was mean. I couldn't take a picture of them in the airport.
You approached me.
First of all, I saw Ric Flair. I saw Ric Flair at the airport in my terminal. My cab driver was so starstruck that he forgot to end the ride, and I had to call him.
That would have been me.
And he was like, "Oh my God, who don't love Ric Flair?" He's like, "Oh yeah, Wrestlemania was there." I was like, "Listen,
special wrestling is."
I was like, "Listen, he's at the airport. I don't know if he's ready to take a picture, but if you go up to him and say hello, maybe he'll say hello. But just give him some space." Literally, the only reason why I said hi to Rick and I was like, "Hey, Nature Boy, how are you?" is because he walked past me while I was trying to fix my bag and he had to get on the line. And he said, "Hey, how are you?" And I kept it pushing. Like, these people are people at the end of the day. It's not that we don't love them, but we respect them enough to be like, all right, we'll give you
absolutely.
I was very proud of myself this past weekend.
Yo, we got to toast the P.
I was.
Can we toast the P?
Where's the P?
Wait, my bartender hasn't come back into my drink yet. Thank you,
Letty. Bring her drink.
Hi.
Hi.
I think.
And for those in the chat that wasn't there in Dallas, just to reiterate on what Chris was saying, so the hotel that the talent was staying at, the bar that they were like, going for post-game drinks after Mania and events and stuff like that, there was really only one way in, one way out. So to go from like the main entrance and then you had to walk over to the bar, and from the main entrance to the bar entrance, you just had a cluster of so many fans just literally camped out there, waiting for anyone and everyone just to come down and be like, so can I get a picture? Can I get this and that? And then once you got into the bar was really like a mixture of like talent, personnel, and then maybe you had like fans like us who were like chill. We're gonna do that were also in there. So the bar became like their safe space to be like, all right, we can go in there, get a drink, relax, stuff like that. Because once they left that bar area, all you saw was just a clutter of fans. Oh my God, can I get a picture? Can I get autograph? Can I get this? Can I get that? Oh my God, that's Ric Flair. Can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get? Oh, that's Carmelo Hayes. And it was literally like that. From like,
mind you, it wasn't even like
elevators. It was.
It wasn't even like just adults. They were kids. Like, I think the youngest I've seen was like 5 camping out. Remember, the bar closed at 2:30. You got little 5-year-olds who should be asleep and drooling, rolling around in they drool, camping out.
That's their parents.
Yeah, that's just, and going to Krista's point, people forget, besides the Super Bowl and the Final Four, if there's a sporting event per year that has a lot of press coverage, it's WrestleMania. People forget they're doing press I think people had longer press interviews than matches at WrestleMania. The amount of press. So if it's Thursday, I literally had people come to Wally Media. Yeah, I just got finished doing the interview. So out of respect for the wrestlers, and one thing I like about wrestlers compared to athletes, they're gonna roll with some security. They're gonna be real. The fact that we was able to see wrestlers was act normal, and they wasn't acting like a hotshot because they know who they are and they just respect their fans. But it's awesome when you had, I think it was Friday night. I think it was Saturday night. It was closed in to kick this out, and it was just a bunch of fans. Like, yo, all these marks in this hotel. Y'all not here to drink. Y'all just here to get out. It's just more of like, the fact that I saw Rey Mysterio with no mask on with tequila shot, bro, that's more memorable than an autograph.
First of all, I wish I never went to the bathroom because I really would have walked outside and be like, hey, can I get one too? And took a shot. I promise you I would have. That's just a bold me. Because Rey Mysterio is such a legend, and then we drink tequila. Oh, that's just the bold me. But I'm already inside. I'm not pestering.
Oh my God, it's Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, and they really just throwing back shots. I'm literally, and then Jey Uso's literally on the table right next to it, and Melo's playing pool, and oh my God.
And Justin, you had Lash Legend and Electra Lopez on the other corner. I almost folded. I saw Electra and Lash Legend at the same time. I'm sorry, that was my moment where I almost folded. It was that moment right there.
No, I almost folded Sunday night where I was getting a drink at the bar for April and Easter. Easter was behind me. I was getting a drink for April, someone else, and literally Ric Flair's arms were laying at the bar. It took everything to be like, oh my God, can I just buy him a shot? Can I just buy him a drink?
Okay, I just want to know what happened to Rick.
You don't need no more.
I just want to know what happened to Rick.
Can we take a drink for the health of Ric Flair?
Like, come on, dude. I know you and I are here for the same reason. We're just saying F it. You know what? We're going down. It's like the Titanic. Let's play the music.
While we're going down. But what happened to Ric Flair? Because he has a bruise, like I don't know if he took a bump for him. It's over his eye. So when I saw him at the airport, he had a bruise. But then I think Brian posted you took a picture with him at WrestleCon, right?
I didn't go to WrestleCon. I was at the thing with MLW's press, and he was there, but I didn't get a picture of him. But I did see the
somebody
same
has
bruise.
A picture with him, and he has like this bruise, like he took a bump and it went wrong.
Maybe he got real bumpy in the Space Mountain. I don't know. You know how it goes.
He has taken a few people there, so
yeah, I don't know.
He could have been trying to do that little Ric Flair feint thing and landed on his fist.
Elbow dropped his shoulder. Middle of the airport.
No. Wait, so can we talk about?
He's recently divorced. He's looking for his next wife.
Oh no!
Hey man, Space Mountain, man.
Shout out to
capacity.
Listen, I'll be your next wife if you pay my college loans. That's all.
That's fair.
You do something strange for a little piece of change?
No, it's pronounced Flair.
No, I'm not doing anything strange for shit. So I'm gonna sit here and tell you, hey, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna pay these loans in full. We can listen, just pay the loans in full. We can get an annulment. The marriage never even happened. Okay. I don't need to be Charlotte Flair's 15 stepmama.
Just be like, you marry me, they'll put your woo back on the opening.
Oh,
that part right
we need the gong. We need the gong for shit like this. We need.
See, I need to pour another drink. I just finished my first.
Pour another drink because we do have more guests.
You're still.
I was about to ask if we have more guests.
We do have more guests, and I'm very excited about our next guest. But I also want to talk about. Let's move forward to SmackDown Hall of Fame really quickly.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Taker collecting souls, tithes, and offerings?
Right. Listen. Raise your hand if you ever been to a Taker TED Talk.
Have you heard about the ministry of darkness of the Lord Savior Jesus Christ?
We've been to a Taker TED Talk, guys.
I had a personal Taker TED Talk.
Listen,
he came out with the Janet Jackson mic and said,
take a sip if you've been to a Taker TED Talk, guys.
Joel Osteen.
Callaway Austin. The not in the 2000s.
No, but Hall of Fame Hall of Fame in itself. First of all, shout out to Greg. Greg, I love you so much.
Greg was one of the true MVPs of the week.
Literally, I met Greg when Bianca and Montez came to the station back in November for Survivor Series. And it was just so amazing.
Yeah, he really came through all the time.
And we didn't connect again until Wrestlemania. And I was like, hold on, you're Greg? And he was like, Krista. And being I got a new phone, my Brian had to go. He had to go. He said he sent us. He said
Bye, Brian.
He said thanks for having him. He loves us. Brian, thank you so much. So I was like, Greg, he was like, Krista. I was like, yo, what's your number? Because I don't have it anymore. And he texted me and he was like, yo, you're good. I was like, yes, I'm good. Sidebar. He saw the post of my article that I did yesterday for WBLS. And I sent him the link. He was like, he loved it.
Great article, by the way.
Thank you. I was like, yo, damn, do I have any typos? Do I have? And I really reread it because
actually to your Black Girl Magic at Wrestlemania article in the comments now. But I want to bring out our guest because I know he's probably super busy and I love that he made time to see us. But we were talking about the Complex interview with Bianca Belair last night. So I have none other than the wonderful Sir Wilkins.
Oh, man.
Wilkins. The one and only.
You're muted, Wilkins.
Why, bro?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Hi. I know you're drinking water, but let's toast to Jobber Tears, Complex, or Wilkins, Black Wrestling Media in Dallas.
Interview with Bianca.
Wilkins, this is the man I'm always cooking for.
I see. Hi.
Wilkins, I just want to say to you personally that I am very, very, very proud of you and everything that you have done for me and P, those wrestling girls, everything that you have done this past weekend. I've listened to your Unsanctioned yesterday with Bianca. It was just amazing. I'm so proud that you and Alex are the ones who have that slot on Complex Unsanctioned. And I just love you so much for giving us a chance when you guys gave us a chance. And I just want to see you go up, above, and beyond.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Cheers to y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. So, Wilkins, please explain to us your experience. I know we talked after the GCW thing, and we talked about the death match and how we were just like, But how was your experience as a whole, like the whole WrestleMania? Because this was your first WrestleMania, like
first pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken.
So this was my first pay-per-view and first. Well, I've been to like Impact pay-per-views, but this is my first WWE pay-per-view and first WrestleMania.
Okay.
What a way to pop a cherry.
Yeah.
Listen, we losing virginities over here, okay?
Yeah. Because most of the time I'm working because I'm usually doing the viewing parties, but Complex wanted us there for it. Because at first we weren't going to. I was going to just the Wrestlemania, and I was leaving Saturday morning, and I probably was going because I really wanted to do Hall of Fame and SmackDown. I wanted to be there for Undertaker's TED Talk about perception and life and the meaning of life and why we should live. And so I was going to be Saturday, but then they extended it. They was like, we need you there a couple extra days. So we stayed. And I think I got spoiled, it being my first Mania.
Yeah, it happens. Mine was 35, and I was like, you get spoiled with all of that. So this was my first Mania working media.
Yeah.
So, we had those privileges and like seeing things that other people couldn't see.
Yeah.
So for you, like being that this was your first one working media and, do Complex and being a part of Access and stuff, how was it for you? Because I didn't do, like you're already behind the scenes on the indie circuit. Like people know who Jobber Tears are on the indie circuit. So how was it for you to like be in between both, like indie circuit, GCW, and then also like WWE, then Complex and Access, Wrestlemania? Like explain that all. Like what was your reaction?
So for me, it was, and I think Alice will speak to it for herself. It was great and fun, but it was also like this is a lot of shit that we had.
A lot of work.
And my shoot job, I'm a personal trainer, so. A lot of my clients travel for work, and I remember they're always saying like, this is when it finally hit me. They was like, yeah, I travel a lot for work, but I never get to enjoy the city that I'm in, and that's how it was. Because I got to Dallas as soon as I got off the plane, I took a nap, and I'm at Wrestlemania.
Yeah. So it was like you blinked and was out we was at House of Blues. Got it.
Yeah. The next day, I'm SmackDown, Hall of Fame were there the whole entire time. We did WrestleCon. I did WrestleCon in the morning. And then Saturday, I woke up, went to the gym real quick, and then I'm at NXT. And then I think we went to what day was GCW? It was Friday, right?
GCW was
Friday.
Yeah, so I went to GCW.
Yeah, it was Friday. It was Friday.
Yeah,
We
so
also had SmackDown Hall of Fame. Yeah.
So after WrestleCon, I get back to the hotel. I take a quick nap, and then I go to GCW. And then right after GCW, I'm going to SmackDown. So I never had the time to ever enjoy Dallas, the city itself. I think I had a homegirl that I've known for years. She was like, "Hey, you're in my city. Let's at least do breakfast or brunch before you go." And I kind of had to like cut one thing out real quick to go hang out with her because she's one of my closest friends for years. But I didn't get to enjoy the city of Dallas. But I enjoyed a lot of extra stuff. I got to network. I got to meet a lot of you guys face to face. You know what I mean? Like we have to see that culture of wrestling come together a little bit.
So amazing.
And just enjoy each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like we see each other online most of the time, but it was the beauty of that. But it's also you're working as well. Like the GCW show I thought was good. The deathmatch actually piqued my interest. I'm not a deathmatch guy at all. Like
Me neither.
That is my thing. But I want to know why somebody would do that.
That's okay. So for you people who are not at GCW, right? So me and P got there late. We had some difficulties, whatever. So by the time we got there, literally we got there in time for the death match. And I really wasn't paying attention to the ring. We was looking for the people who were supposed to be there. So once we looked at the ring was literally surrounded by the long LED light bulbs.
Fluorescent
doors. Yeah. We some hard ass wooden doors, and we was literally talking with Black Wrestler, like how they get the doors. We was like they went to Home Depot, like they was them wood ass fucking doors. And shout out to Billy Dixon and Hoodfoot.
They did their thing.
Themselves through it.
Yes.
And I remember the first glass breaking of the light. It shattered so bad that it literally ended up in the first row.
Yeah, I was on the second row without the glass for 15 minutes.
And Terry, I think he's from We Love Wrestling. He got up and came all the way to the back with us because he almost was cut by a piece of glass.
Oh no.
And I also have to shout out my birthday twin, Nick Shin. He was there. He was a referee, and I couldn't go say hi to him.
The best referee in the business.
Yes, he was there. And I wanted to go say hi to him, but I don't know he was refereeing the match until he got up to see, But I don't know why people want to put themselves through those type of matches. Like to this day, in my big age of 32 years old, I cannot watch the Rock Mankind I Quit match. I still have nightmares. That's the only Rock match that I cannot watch.
Krista, I think what's interesting about that death match, first off, the way they sold it, Billy Dixon, and because I'm in Jersey, so GCW's headquarters. I've seen GCW grow over the last year, so I'm like, okay, cool. I want to go to a GCW show. I'm an AJ Gray fan, but seeing how Billy Dixon and Hoodfoot sold that match on Twitter for 2 to 3 months, and the way they went ham, I was in the second row. And that was my first time seeing a death match. I'm kind of like, I'm more of a technical wrestling. I like the methodology. So to see a death match happen, I was a little bit disturbed. I kind of think about the history of death matches. Besides New Jack, we really have representation of Black people in death matches. So the fact that
I was trying to figure out his name the night of the show, and I'm like, what the fuck was his name? New Jack. R.I.P. New Jack. R.I.P. New Jack.
Y'all did. In New York at Survivor Series panel. I was like, oh, that's Billy Dixon. I remember meeting him. Boom. Fan. And then that was my first day too. And I was just like, wait, he's wrestling this? And then I almost got hit by like not the first one, but the second one, because I was also like in the second row. I was like, oh man, that almost cut me. I was like, let me take like 9 steps back because they're wilding. That was only like the first 2 minutes. And that was my second row.
Was also on the panel with P at Those Wrestling Girls 3rd anniversary party. And Fam had to remind me. He was on the panel with y'all. I said, no, we're gonna give my girl her time. He was on the panel. I just took the mic and made sure that everybody was listening to what everybody had to say because it was a lot of chat. But P was on that panel. I'm not gonna take it from her.
But for me, it kind of intrigued me. I was like, yo, because Billy Dixon has been on the job with his podcast episodes before.
Yeah.
And what really was like, yo, what the fuck, was when I found out that Hoodfoot, that was his third death match of in the past 2 days.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wilkins 2 days?
Yes, he had
Wait,
one.
wait.
Like that day, it was his second death match of the day. He had another death match the next day.
Insanity.
That's crazy.
But that's what interested me about it, because I was like, holy shit, like, why are you doing this? What is the adrenaline that you get from this? Like, what's the pleasure from this? Because this is like, wrestling's a niche market. This is even more niche. Like, why are you doing this?
Right.
So it piqued my interest even more. And then I started digging, because I had posted on Twitter, and this was the first time like Twitter was not like a fucking piece of shit, because you know how Twitter can get.
It used to be cool.
I asked the question. I was like, is there any female deathmatch wrestlers? Because I didn't know. I'm not in that community.
Right.
And people responded a bunch of names. Like, I'm gonna start digging this in the next couple of days. Like, female deathmatch wrestlers. Like, that's their thing. And I didn't hear you.
There's a lot.
There's a decent amount.
Yeah.
Whoever you find, can you let us know too? Because we were very, very interested in that.
Yeah. And then the thing is, like, my co-host Alex was like, bro, you don't know about it? I was like, I'm not into this culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm the guy that thought Brock and Roman match was fucking fire up until the last 2 minutes. So obviously my taste in wrestling is a whole lot different than some deathmatch shit.
That's a fact.
At least you're on.
At least you're on it.
But I'm gonna start digging, and then there's a lot of Japanese wrestlers who do deathmatch, because Alex does a lot of Church for Joshi. She's a co-host on there.
Yeah.
So she knows a couple of Japanese wrestlers, and there's a couple of women who were like, that's their thing. Like, I think there was, I'll send it to you guys, but I think her name was like Karen Mickey or Mickey something, and she responded to the tweet, and she was like, yo, you're good, but don't let this happen again. But we out here. And she had a picture of her with like a barbed wire around her head.
Yeah, that was that tweet. Yeah.
See, it's stuff like that. I promise you. Literally, like, I remember when Mimi and P walked out. P went to the bathroom, but Mimi was like, she couldn't take it. So Math was just like, go ahead, walk your ass up on out of here. Literally, those are his exact words. I'm like, no, and I recorded it. So as I'm like kind of walking a little bit closer, I see like, I think Hoodfoot was drilling the broken shards of the lamp of the light into Billy's forehead.
He was
or top head. Whoever, which one? Hoodfoot is the ball head one, so maybe it's the reverse.
It's a niche. People want that.
Exactly, and I'm just like, so for females, I'm not saying females shouldn't do this because you're a woman. Fuck that. Like, we can do whatever men can do. But for women to be into something like that is it definitely piques my interest too, because like I'm with you. It definitely piques the interest of, oh shit, like, will it happen to me? Because at the first sight of blood of mine, I'm in the fight. I'm just going off character and I'm going to kill you. That's just me.
That's what I'm saying, because it's like in regular non-deathmatch wrestling, if you make me bleed, I'm getting a receipt off you.
Yeah.
Like, you catching these hands one way in this match.
Hands, feet, elbow.
All of it. All of it.
And also, even before GCW really started blowing up over the last year, GCW was mainly known for death matches. Of course, they've had a lot of other different types of wrestling over the last year, like Matt Cardona, Janelle. But even Joey Janelle, before he went to AEW, he was in death matches. You've had a lot of guys go through GCW. And so it shows the flexibility of GCW. So the fact that they had the collective and had so many types of wrestling, but it just shows at heart GCW knows that death match circuit, especially for not really being on national TV. They own that niche right now.
But it's different, and it's also the reason why I wanted to, like, I didn't want to shit on it a little. I didn't want to shit on it at all, because this was the first time two black men were in a death match against each other.
Yeah,
That's
true.
So they're trying to break boundaries of like having people of color, Hispanics, blacks, just being in death matches, even though like regardless, like Black and Spanish cultures are very similar. We don't do shit like that.
That's true. To be honest, it's very rare that we've seen like those type of matches to those extent. Like growing up watching WWE, like the Attitude Era, you saw any and everything. Like I said, that I Quit match between Rock and Mankind because of how graphic. Like looking back at it now, it's probably looking like something like Power Rangers, where it wasn't that graphic, but we thought it was because But this 8 or 9-year-old me back then cannot watch that match because of how graphic it was. But the 32-year-old me stood there in a GCW arena to see a GCW death match between two black men who were literally ripping skin. Blood is draining down their face, off their head, like they're literally doing suplexes on doors, off tables, on glass. I'm surprised the barbed wire wasn't lit.
It's different.
It's so different. And
but
I'm just
know what?
No, we don't see this but we can't see it on TV now. Everything is just so watered down, and there's there's not that many ratings like TVMA or NCR 17 or PG or P. It's not there anymore.
Right. When we did interview Billy did tell us a little bit about it. How that he said that the weapons are like the extension of the people's bodies. That's the whole concept of like that. It's you can tell a story, but then what I got from him explaining to it. It's contemporary like wrestling. It's like contemporary art. Like you have like those contemporary art places where it's like they put like a milk carton and it's like, yo, this is the flyest shit I ever seen. You don't see what the fuck this is. It's a fucking milk carton. But all these experts are like, oh my god, this is the most beautiful thing in the world. That's what deathmatch wrestling is when I see it. Like it's this other form of art that we who don't usually fuck with it. Like, what is that? But the people who do fuck with see this beautiful piece. Like, oh my god, they're telling this magical Shakespearean story right now. Like, if you were to bring Billy on, he'd probably break it down to you.
I would love that.
Yeah, true. We would love to have Billy on.
Because I think that's
whoever participates in these things. Like, we just
gotta give it up. Yeah, I gotta get up to you, and I think it's so cool. Like, because I'm always in a position. I'm sure everybody on this live could relate, like where people find out you're a wrestling fan, you almost gotta like defend it kind of thing. You're just like how could you not like be a wrestling fan? And it's probably if like Wilkin said, like we're a niche community. The deathmatch wrestling scene is even more of a niche community. So just to learn like the art form of it, and like just like Becky being like an actress, like I feel like you can sort of like, even though it's like kind of like it was very intense, but you can relate to just like giving it all, like that adrenaline.
Absolutely. And even from a niche perspective, if y'all don't know, GCW had an event in January at the Hammerstein Ballroom. New York City was like, yeah, y'all not having no death matches. That just shows how niche and how interesting this thing can be.
New York don't want it.
Okay, so first of all, here I'm gonna have to defend New York on this a little bit, because if you grew up in the hood, now please do. But no, seriously, if you grew up in a hood, if you seen, I grew up in the projects grew up in the hood. Like, I may not look it, may not sound like I did, but I did. So death matches is stuff that we've seen, like that I grew up seeing.
Wait, are you saying you've seen shoot?
No, what I'm saying is that, yes, I've been in places where I'll never forget, like in the summertime, growing up in the projects, like there will be gunshots and people be running, and I have to go in the crowd to go find my sister. There'll be times where there'll be a whole crowd because people are fighting to where people are bleeding. Like those are quote unquote wrestling death matches. So if New York City is trying to change that look, like you said, Hammerstein Ballroom, you got niggas from Harlem who's seen that shit on a regular coming down. You got people coming up from Brooklyn. You got people coming from the Bronx who's seen that shit on the regular, who grew up in the hood of the hoods, seeing that shit. They're just like, yeah, no, we're not watching. Jesse, you can attest. Like, you grew up in the Bronx. Like, having a fight in the summertime, there was a shootout in the summertime. Sad to say, growing up, that was a good day. That was a good day.
That was a death match. That was called life.
That was right. That was life. And then what they say, art emulates life. They don't want that type of art to emulate life when you leave out of their space.
I didn't know they shut that down. Thanks for that that little tidbit.
Yeah, it wasn't even it was more of Twitter was complaining.
I remember back in like when I grew up in the projects, we were all like the kids and like the projects. We would go to someone's house because someone had the box, and someone was ordering like WrestleMania, like the big
pay-per-views. Yep.
WrestleMania, Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Some parent will order it, and you have like 10 kids crammed up in someone's project apartment because like we're all watching. But at the same time, it was like the parents were like, you know what? They're not on the streets.
They're not on the street. They're in the house. They're in somebody's house. They're safe.
Exactly. It's the early 90s. They're not on the streets. They're not worried about bullets and none of that BS. They're in here watching Hulk Hogan get tombstone by the Undertaker on a steel chat, or watching Bret Hart his first like single title, or watching WrestleMania 7 or 8. They're good.
That's a fact, and that's just how it was. So to hear that New York City was just like Hammerstein was just like, yeah, they're having a death match because they don't want that influence to come. There's a lot of shit that New Yorkers have influence on other people who come out of town and think they can do it.
We have influence on everything.
Yeah, we have a lot of influence on everything.
By the way,
I think it's a piece of that, but I also think New York is the New York Sports Commission is just run by the mafia, and they don't want no extra shit. Like,
and also, Wilkins, fun fact, they actually had a member of the commission there, and also they told GCW, if you're not finished by 11, like you're on some Peacock, on some pay-per-view. So to see them in Dallas at the Collective, and first,
but I also feel like because you said that, they also want a money aspect out of it. You know, like they want to be on one of them streaming networks where they can get paid from it, and they feel like deathmatch is not gonna sell. No. However, there are a lot of people that we don't know about that are into that will buy into death matches alone. Like if we had a Rock Mankind I Quit match today in a death match setting, you know how many people will buy into that? If they were in their prime, like we take them out of that prime and put them into this prime.
Some of the
stuff people will be buying into that on the death match circuit.
Some of the stuff we see from AEW in the last 6 months
get a title and be like, you know what, y'all got a title, he got a title. You know what, deathmatch, go.
True, like a lot of people will buy into it.
And you know,
I'm not a fan of it though.
Me neither.
I'm glad I experienced it for once, but like I that does nothing. Like what I love most about wrestling is that I could get lost like in the imagination of it all. But like if you're like legit getting your forehead fucking cut open, that it just kind of like kills.
Yeah, it takes some good kayfabe storytelling. Like I knew I was finding out I was going to see the death match because Billy Dixon, like I said, they sold that match on Twitter. But if it was just like two random guys and I was like, all right, why are we? But you got to understand. But like y'all said, it's a niche thing. Like I'm into technical wrestling. I like strong style. I like indie wrestling. Some people like sports entertainment. So it just shows the beauty of wrestling compared to most sports that can't do it.
I feel like now I like it all because I was able to experience it all. Like shout out to RIP to New Jack, but watch like him, Terry Funk, Mick Foley, like seeing the cuts and their eyebrows. I mean eyebrows, Lord, that's
forehead.
A song. I'm sorry. And their forehead. Mind you, I touched my forehead, said eyebrows. My eyebrows look good, y'all. Sorry. Seeing the cuts in their foreheads, seeing that they do is like I was even watching. I don't know how I came across it one day, like on Fuse TV. There was an actual live death match on TV on Fuse, and I'm just like, what the? Like, how did I come across this? And I was just like so intrigued that I didn't want to turn the TV. Because I'm just like, damn, what am I gonna miss? Like, am I gonna see somebody die on TV?
But I do appreciate though, like in this niche, in that niche realm, like you think it was like that two black men were able to have the first one and main event it, and like we were there. I feel like that part of it was like really cool. But I want to go into Wrestlemania actually, and then also answer some questions that people sent in about our Wrestlemania week. But
wait, P, can we before you go into Wrestlemania, I just want to ask everybody. This is a one-worded answer for this question. P, out of 1 to 10, how would you rank both nights of Wrestlemania as a whole? 1 through 10.
11. I mean 20.
All right, Bakey.
From 1 to 10?
Yes.
I'll say 8.
Wilkins?
8. I give it an 8 out of 10.
Steven?
8.5.
Justin?
9. New Day is the only thing that kept it from a 10.
True. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
All right.
All right, Steven has to go, you guys. Thank you so much for joining
Thank you,
us,
Steven. It was so good to
Meet
meet
you,
you.
It was so good to
Definitely
meet you.
added
Thank you for being a
to
part of our
the
family. Make sure y'all follow him on all
WrestleMania.
social media.
Yes.
Steven, drop your social media real quick so they can follow you.
Definitely. All right,
No,
I'm gonna
say
type
it.
it on
Say it,
Twitter.
baby, say it.
Oh, it's follow me
yeah.
on Twitter at SM_2019 and Instagram season_CEO.
That's it. That's it.
All right.
Steven,
Yes,
thank you
Season
so
out.
much for joining us.
Of course.
We love you.
Love y'all.
For sure. So I want to answer some questions that people sent in to us.
Oh yeah, these Twitter. I'm gonna do Instagram. You do Twitter.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So the first one from DSmooth10 on Twitter was one person can answer these questions just to keep it moving. What surprised you about Mania Week, and what will you do different next year in LA that you wish you would have done in Dallas?
I'll take this.
Go ahead, Justin.
What surprised me about Mania Week was the fact that it's downtown. It was Dallas, and Dallas apparently spread out between Fort Worth, Irving, Arlington, but everyone surrounded themselves around downtown Dallas to where, as someone that went to New Orleans for 34, it felt a lot where everyone was running into each other, talent, fans, wrestling community, and everyone kind of like intermingling with each other in like one specific area. So for both nights of WrestleMania, we would go out to Arlington to Jerry World for the 2 nights. But it felt a lot of like New Orleans where everyone was in one big area at some point where they were just interacting, which was very good. What would I do different next year in LA? As someone that's gone to 3 WrestleManias, I've never gone to WrestleCon, so that is now at the top of my bucket list.
That's on mine too.
Here.
Yeah.
I have yet to do WrestleCon, and that's literally the only thing I have done or haven't done. So that's now number 1 on my bucket list. Like, yep, LA.
I will find more taco spots because the tacos that I've eaten in Dallas, oh my God, we was in there like every fucking day.
And now you're going to fucking California.
No, not we.
Yes.
Include yourself in that beat, Becky. We.
Now we're going to California.
We discussed
and a bitch follows certain taco trucks and taco spots.
Yes.
So we're gonna go.
Right. So we already answered the how would you rate. So this is from Face B Heels High. We already answered how would you rate 38. I guess I beat you to it. Sorry, because I didn't see your question. But my question that I have, which wrestlers have you met in Dallas? I think the real question is, which wrestler do we not meet in Dallas? How about that?
Yeah, word.
Who was the most memorable wrestler that all of y'all met this weekend?
RVD, Carmelo Hayes. I saw almost like 3-4 times. Big Swole.
I like that big man.
Okay, I have a small Big Swole story. So we was at Mania the second night, and it was Tasha Steele's birthday, and me and P are standing up, and all you hear is somebody go, Chris. We turn around, it's Big Swole calling us to say hello because we were there like from Wale Mania.
We're cheering to that. Thank you. I'll drink to that.
Definitely to that. There was a lot of Black Girl Magic. I'm also plugging our episode that we just dropped.
We met Jay Cargill. We met the Usos. We met Damian Priest. We met.
I love him. Okay, go on.
He's so hot.
There were a lot of wrestlers that we've met at while we walked the entire night. I got to reunite with Naomi, which was a long overdue thing. I met Sami Zayn, which that Patreon drops really soon. I met Kevin Owens. I've met he's not a wrestler, but me and P met Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South.
I met. He's so nice.
Yes, he's super nice. He was in the media box on Sunday. He wasn't there Saturday, but he was in it on Sunday.
Nice.
Who else did we meet? I've been talking to Bianca all weekend. I didn't get to see her this weekend, but I've been talking to her all weekend.
That's all right.
I didn't meet Drew, but I saw him during his podcast, Drew McIntyre, when he was on it with what is it? Cheapy?
Yeah, Cheapy.
The podcast of Rosenberg. Rosenberg, if you ever see this, I am so sorry.
Cheapy.
Cheapy, there you go.
The only reason I remember that is I had met Greg the day before at Access, and I was able to talk to Greg give Greg his flowers because I've been listening to Cheap Heat for a long time before even Greg got put on there. So, and it was weird because me and Greg were taking photos at Access because we had that I was there photo booth. So I was on one and Greg was on the other one. I was like, "Oh, I know you. That's that guy, Greg." And we dapped it up, but I was like, "No, I'm gonna give you your flowers because I've been listening for a long time. This and that."
You know what's crazy?
And you could tell that Greg really appreciated that because he's like, "Damn, you listened for that long." It's like, dude, yes, like y'all kind of brought me into the wrestling podcast world and stuff like that. And I've been on your bandwagon since day one. And I've really been banging with you. Greg is the guy that talked me into doing the Taker exhibit at Access. Funny fact. So that Taker exhibit at Access, where you had
I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have did that.
Now. Said, "Yo, do this. If you're a Taker fan, you'll like it. Pay the money. It's worth it." And money wasn't expensive. It was one of those like, I gotta pay for this. He's like, "Dude, do it. You'll love it." And
I love that.
But I got a good 5 minutes to be like, "Yo, I'm giving you your flowers because you from and I listen." The only reason I didn't get to watch the TV podcast the next day was because to bring it to Pete's question on who did you meet, I met Sasha.
You met Sasha. That's dope.
All right.
I ran into so
on
many
Saturday.
Wrestlers. I ran into so many wrestlers. I met so many wrestlers, but the one that I put on top of my list that was like, I'm doing this no matter what. So if you know me, if you follow me, Sasha Banks is my favorite wrestler of all time. I've been banging that drum since 2015 when I've been saying Daniel Bryan brought me back into wrestling, but Sasha Banks kept me here.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah,
Let's take a drink to that.
I love that.
Sasha Banks Bailey Brooklyn is the reason why I became a Sasha fan. Because I was a fan of hers before, but that's what kept me in here when Daniel went away for injury and the Authority almost got me out of here. And I met her Friday at a meet and greet. And I got to actually not only meet her, but since I was the first person in line to meet her, and I got to be the guinea pig for that meet and greet, I got to give her flowers for a couple minutes and be like, "Girl, if I can cut a 30-minute promo on you and say how much you mean to me,
I love that."
And then to see her again at the Access panel where it was her, Naomi, after they just won the tag team titles, Charlotte when she retained, and then the added surprise of Lita and Trish Stratus, who weren't even advertised. I was just like, bro, you got all 5 of these beautiful Hall of Fame women in the same room. Oh my God. I was just like, well, I'm not even gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna record and just take. And then I recorded all their entrances, especially Sasha's, and she quote tweeted and was just like, "Bro, this is my crew. I'm quote tweeting your shit." Boom. And I was just like,
I love that.
I love that.
I was like, for it to go from I've never met her and I've just missed her at some points, and this is a person that I've probably seen the most in like live shows and stuff like that. And the last time I saw her, I was ringside screaming at her while she was wrestling Charlotte in the dark match of SmackDown. It's like, yeah, kick her ass. Kick her ass.
I'm so glad that you got to remember all of this on like P, who totally forgot that very special night.
It was a dark match in Charlottesville. I happened to be ringside and I got on TV for like 2 segments of SmackDown, and that was a dark match. And I got to scream at her, and it was like, oh my gosh, she can actually hear me. Let me actually PG this because Charlotte can hear me too. But to go from that to like I'm actually physically beating her and being the first person to meet her and angry and just like, bro, let me give you your flowers real quick because I know I'm on limited time. I see these WWE officials look at me like, yo, what the hell? I'll be like, I will fight all of you. This is
You want to know who I met at Wrestlemania and I didn't expect to meet, and my voice was so fucked up that I had to like speak like he had a hearing aid.
Who?
If you guys know, you know. I met the Honorable Tim White.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. I was going to get me and P some water, so we had to lubricate before we started yelling for Stone Cold and Roman and all of them. And I went to go meet. I was at the bar getting water, and I met Tim White. I was like, Tim, I'm such a fan of yours. I've been watching since Attitude Era. Like, you're such a great referee. I love you. But I also forgot to say I met Becky Lynch.
Oh, you did.
You did? I saw pictures.
Really?
You did.
I did post pictures of Becky Lynch. I also, if you watch our episode, her little promo that she did against Bianca is in our episode. I need to go watch.
It really is. And we also have a fun new drop too.
Oh, we have a few drops.
Yes.
We have a few drops. I'm just trying to figure out the right placement for them, P.
Yeah.
We have a few drops, but
you'll figure that out.
Right, we'll figure it out. Oh, I feel like overall, out of all the wrestlers we met a lot of them. So I mean, even not even meeting them, just in passing, being in their presence. But speaking of Rey Mysterio, because we was in Rey Mysterio's presence and Dominic Mysterio's, we have a giveaway, P, and I'm gonna give this away to you. Announce.
I want it.
I don't want to announce it just yet. I just want to remind
I just not announce what the giveaway is.
So we're giving away a deluxe edition of WWE 2K22 deluxe edition with Rey Mysterio.
They were playing that at Access, and the graphics on that is so good.
Insane.
The graphics are amazing.
I was consider of getting it, but when I watched them play it on the PS5 and the Xbox, and I was just like, "Wow, this is like." That's the best.
Really cool.
Do it.
The graphics are fucking amazing, and then I think what really sold me is because after the famous Will Smith slap to Chris Rock, they actually made in 2K22 Chris Rock and Will Smith fighting. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. It looked like Will Smith. It looked like Chris Rock.
Can you send us that link on the group chat?
I know, right?
I need pictorial and video evidence of this. But I'm down.
Listen, it was simply amazing. Do you have another question? Because I feel like all the questions that I have from Instagram is what we answered already. So
we did answer, but I would like for Becky one because she wasn't there, and I haven't rewatched anything except for the Stone Cold stuff. How did WrestleMania 38 rate to you as someone that was just at home enjoying it? How do you rate this in the last couple years? How was your WrestleMania experience?
Okay. All right. Okay. So here's my WrestleMania experience. Okay. I honestly stopped watching WWE for a solid 3 months. I don't think that Greg and I have taken the time to consistently watch all three brands on a weekly basis like I would do with FaceBeat this entire year. I have been pouring myself along with Greg on just on AEW. I've been relishing everything AEW. We watched the Revolution, right? That is not the name. Is it the name?
Yeah.
The last AEW pay-per-view. And I was like, I am sorry, but I do not see how WrestleMania, even though it's going to be 2 days of madness, I do not see how with the card that they currently had at that point in time, that like Mania can be better than what AEW gifted me today. I was that hyped up. I was not excited for WrestleMania at all.
We weren't either, so don't worry about it.
Good. I was not excited. I was not thrilled. When I saw that you guys were there, I was like, I really hope that they have a good time because still 3 days before Mania, I'd forgotten that it was Mania weekend. I occupied myself on other shit. It was not even on my radar. And that Friday, as I was going through my Instagram and seeing all of y'all's pictures, Greg was like, we should watch SmackDown because we have Mania tomorrow. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just be surprised. I was not excited at all.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't either.
At all. I was more excited for Stand and Deliver, and I missed out. I could not watch it because I had to record auditions and do things. I had a deadline, whatever.
You know what's crazy? Me and P were asked. It was like, remember Greg was like, you want to go to Stand and Deliver? Yep. We were like, he was like, y'all can go. We're not going. We were so fucking tired, Becky.
Yeah.
So fucking tired. Oh, BRB, I gotta plug my laptop in before this shit shuts off on me. So
Do the thing.
I was the opposite too, where I was like, I was more excited for SmackDown.
Continue, Becky. I'm gonna just plug my laptop in.
You got it. But I'm giving Justin the floor for a second.
All right, I'm gonna go.
You could get, but I talked this with someone where I was like, no, I talked this with MIC Demon Diva. Shout out to her, where I was like, this is the first time I've gone to a Mania week and I was not excited for NXT whatsoever. I was just like, it's not the same because it's not Takeover. Because I'm used to Takeover and the Takeover card always like it doesn't matter who card, they always over deliver. And I was blessed to go to 34, which was New Orleans, one all time.
That was
and 35, which was New York, which is still arguably the best takeover they've done. That was the Gargano Cole 2 out of 3 Falls one. So it's like I got blessed that I got to go to 2 out of 3 best takeovers ever. And then this NXT was like, I have to talk myself into this. That's a really bad sign. And it doesn't. And it didn't help. The tickets were like, I can get on the floor for like $100. This is not a really good sign. Where these tickets used to be very high commodity. Where do I really want to go to NXT and then night one Wrestlemania back to back? But then I have to talk myself into NXT where that never used to be the same. Where I'm more excited for a SmackDown, even though Battle Royal.
When does that happen?
Even though there's a Battle Royal, even though Ricochet, who wasn't on the Mania card, is gonna have a match. Even though Finn Balor, who also didn't have a match, showed up two times on SmackDown, I was more excited for that than NXT. And I was telling her, like, Dad told me what the state of NXT is at, where you used to come into Mania week, you're super excited for NXT. I'm showing up for NXT. There's no doubt in hell I'm going to TakeOver. Where this year was like, I got to talk myself to NXT. Oh, man, it's such a far from grace.
For me, and I totally feel that, but for me, I was actually like, I feel like NXT has been still consistently giving me better wrestling than the main roster. I was looking forward because I don't have to pay for no ticket. I paid my $5 a month for Peacock. So I was like, I am going to squeeze out of this freaking streaming service as much as I can from for Stand and Deliver because I was really excited for it. I was more excited for my morning matches than I was for Wrestlemania Saturday night. And I totally missed out on NXT. Could not watch it. I think I only got to watch I just got to watch Cameron Grimes doing his thing. I can't even remember right now because it wasn't passing. I wasn't even in my house properly.
So let me tell you a story, right?
Yes.
When I saw Carmelo Hayes at Wrestlemania, I was telling him about our podcast, and I was like, I'm the heel and P's the baby face. I said, so me, when I watch a match and we go over it, I'm the one who's going to tell you how it is. So don't disappoint me. I was like, I will literally rip you or whatever. He's like, you're not going to rip me. You're not going to rip me. So so I think I saw him again on Friday, SmackDown, whatever, we was at the Omni. So Saturday when I saw him, I saw it when I woke up. I forgot that it was on because it's an hour time difference between Midwest and Northeast. Right. So I was like, oh shit. So when I turned it on, I saw that Cameron Grimes had won, but I'm thinking that Carmelo was still the champ. So I'm beginning this a ladder match. I'm forgetting that Carmelo Hayes already lost before, was trying to go back to it, whatever.
Right.
So when I see him at Omni that Saturday, I was like, hey, how was your match? He was like, you tell me.
Oh.
I was like, listen, no lie. I was like, listen, no lie. I'm going to be really honest with you. I was very, very tired. And so I missed it. So I can't rip you like I wanted to rip you. I said, but you was never going to rip me. I said, oh, yeah, all right. You know me, real Brooklyn. Got it. All right. So but I was like, no, how was your match? Like, how do you feel? Because it was a ladder match. He was like, nah, he felt good. Like, he looked like he wasn't in no pain at all. Right, P? Like, I can't even ask P. Right, Justin? He was standing straight up. Like, he was fine. I really can't ask P because P, I don't know if he remembers that night too.
Omni, Saturday night. I was like, wait, I just saw you, whether it was NXT or WrestleMania. I was like, I just saw you hours ago. Y'all just sitting here yep, good. Give me the drinks. Let's go.
Right, the Usos had a match on Saturday. They opened the event and they fine. I'm like at this point they're so used to they're used to this type of strenuous work on their bodies and this type of pain that they have that they endure that it doesn't bother them as much unless they get like accidentally injured, like Bianca with her eye. Like me and Pete sort of we was like, oh, like Becky was supposed to land on her face like that.
Us here, like the angle, that's another thing. The camera got it right as the fucking heel hit her right on the face.
It looked rough.
It was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
Huh?
But she took it.
No, I was saying I have yet to watch it back, and I was on the floor. So when you're on the floor, sometimes you miss certain angles because you're looking at the ring instead of like the
instead of the screen.
How they had it was the big pillars were just like they will show certain stuff and then be like the match like card, and then they have a little TV inside for like everyone on the floor that they can watch. So obviously we're trained to look at, you know what, we're gonna watch the ring because we're not gonna little TV time. We spend all this money on the floor or risers that we're gonna look at the ring instead of the match. So I missed where Becky legitimately booted her in the eye, and we were just like,
it was rough.
What happened?
No, we saw it because
I was nervous for her.
When we were sitting there, like we had to look up at the screens. Like even when we and Pete were sitting down closer, like for a Stone Cold KO, we were still looking up at the screens because some of the stuff that was going on in the ring, we couldn't see every detail that we could see on the screen.
Yeah.
Right? So it was just like
I gotta say that is an advantage, a benefit of watching from home. You get to see the nitty-gritty, the detail, the minute things that happen that in the furor, that's the best word in Spanish I can think of, like in the excitement of the moment, you don't notice. And that moment was honestly, I thought that Bianca was done. I was like, oh no.
No, the part that we thought Bianca was done at was when she hit them steel steps and the referee was on 9.
Yeah.
It was I don't think I grabbed Peace. So if I left marks in your arm, that's me. If I left marks in your left arm, that's me. Okay, baby? No, nobody else. That's me. Because I don't think I grabbed Peace.
Nobody's doing you nothing
hard. And I'm like, no. Bianca, let's go! Like I'm literally.
It was so intense.
That was the most split crowd of, honestly, as someone that was on the floor both nights. That was the most split crowd I experienced for one match the entire card that entire weekend, because they were really like Bianca or Becky, and everyone was just like, we are into this no matter what. You are the other. If you're the other side. F you, we're going for this girl. And okay, you're going for that girl, then F you, we're going for that girl.
Yeah.
It was really split.
Like the match of the atoms.
I had to so, you know, being that we have conversations, you know, these wrestlers, they talk to their fans. So I'm just like, hey, you know, how you feeling? How you doing? She's like, yo, my eye is swollen shut, but it was all worth it. I was like, hey, if you would have lost, we would have rioted. I promise you, if Bianca would have lost, I would have never seen Stone Cold.
And they did such a good job at teasing it in the beginning with thinking it was going to be another 26. Because I think that just got us.
Why did they do that?
We were like, we were like, wait,
bootleg rock bottom, aka the manhandle slam. And I'm just
I almost had a fucking heart attack because when the match started, I realized that I was not wearing anything for Wrestlemania, like that was wrestling relevant. So I run my ass over to my bedroom to try and grab a fucking t-shirt. The only shirt that I keep on like running into is my fucking Becky shirt. So I was like, I don't want this shit. I finally find my Bianca shirt, and as I'm pulling it out, I wish it had been this one. It was my other shirt, but that's fine. As soon as I'm like starting to put that shit over my head, Greg just screams from the living room, "You almost missed the entire match." And I was like, oh no, like, are you fucking kidding me? It just started. I was so fucking stressed.
And shout out to Becky though. Don't get me wrong.
We love Becky.
Becky's my bitch. Like
we love Becky.
In my interview with Becky, I literally took the man shirt off of the man button off of P's jacket. I was like, which one you like the least? She's like, I like the man. I said, okay, give it to me. So when I interviewed her, I put the same jacket with the button on it. And she's like, oh my gosh, I love your button and I love your nails. Okay. Like, so shout out to, if y'all know me, y'all know, like, I am a last kicker, big time Bex the man fan. Like, she's my favorite four horsewoman. She's my favorite horsewoman of all time. I don't care what nobody say. Like, she's my favorite. But
can I give Becky her flowers real quick?
We giving Becky her flowers. She's amazing. She's gorgeous.
Someone that saw Bianca Becky in person before this match happened. So I was at the SmackDown show that you guys went to, same as me, in Madison Square Garden and whatnot. And I drove back home because they had a live show in DC. And they actually did Becky Bianca. So this is the first time they actually touched each other since Becky came back from the maternity leave and whatnot. And I was telling people, like, this is the best match I've seen from a women's match.
Madison Square Garden, September last year?
So that was the MSG show. And then I went back home to DC because they had a live show. And that live show was the first time they had Becky and Bianca touch each other.
Yeah.
And I was telling people, like, this is the best I've ever seen Becky in the ring. She looks faster. She looks stronger. I don't know what the hell
she is.
That's a fact.
But she looked amazing. I was like, if they give us this on pay-per-view, we are a goddamn treat because they just gave us like a pay-per-view quality match. And so to see that come full circle at WrestleMania, like, so when I saw that live match, I was just like, oh my God, this was amazing. If we get this on pay-per-view, this is going to be great. To the Mania match, which is like, and by the way, Bianca, for your first two Mania matches to be Sasha Banks, which I honest to God believe is the best women's WrestleMania match of all time, to then go from that to this Becky match, which I think is literally right there, 1A and 1B.
They're neck and neck for me. Yeah, wow. they're neck and neck for me.
That's Greg said something
what's
really
the common denominator?
Bianca. The common denominator.
That's right. That's right.
Belair, who is not the future, she is the now. She is here. She is alive. She is Mrs. WrestleMania. I'm sorry, Charlotte Flair, but Becky just gave us two of the greatest women's matches at WrestleMania of all time, and you cannot even dispute that.
That's true.
You cannot dispute that. And what Sasha did last year in the rain with the rain delay, and what Becky did this year, when out of all the matches going into WrestleMania, to bring it to the Baker's comment where she was like, I wasn't really hyped about this WrestleMania. I also wasn't there.
None of us were, to be honest. That's a fact.
This was the match I had circled to be like, if anyone's giving us a banger, everyone's picking like Edge, AJ, or everyone's picking Rock, Roman, Brock. I had this one circled because I was like, I've seen this already. I know what this is going to be, and this is the one I'm looking forward to. For them to over-deliver and be like, dude, this was like Kofi Mania for Bianca. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was their night.
Holy
That's
shit! Like when they teased the beginning of the match, I almost got up on my seat. I was like, "I'm ready to fight Vince. Do not do that ever again. I will fight your old ass right now. Don't do that."
Listen, the way he got in that ring with Austin, it's okay. But anyway, I want to say thank you guys.
Give the ladies their flowers because Becky deserves flowers because from her opening package too, using the Then Now Forever. And then
that was my favorite.
Chef Kiss.
Chef's Kiss. I hit P. I was like, yo, that she used it then
They all deserve their flowers. That was such an incredible match. That was easily the match of the weekend and easily, like, honestly, Sasha, Bianca, Becky, pick one. They're literally right there, but they were just so goddamn incredible.
That's a fact.
Greg said something really interesting that I want to share with you guys. And shout out to my husband for being the genius that he is.
We love you, Greg.
We love you, Greg. He said that a really smart move would be to start creating the hype for Bianca to have a new record. Now, right now, she is 2-0 for Mania. So, like,
let her be the new Undertaker.
That
I mean, not until like 50 years old or whatever,
right?
But like, let her be the new Undertaker. Let her have a streak because she is 2-0.
Let her have a streak.
Let's fantasy book.
Listen, we breaking streaks because we broke Sasha's streak for losing streaks at Mania, so we could definitely build a streak for Bianca.
All right,
but we definitely have to get out of here really soon. So we definitely promised our fans that we would announce a 2K22 giveaway, which P has been itching to give away. So P, who is our winner? Announce our lucky winner for tonight. Because I gotta go make cheeseburgers. I'm hungry.
Okay, so I'm hungry too. But Justin, I want you to say what you were gonna say because you were one of the reasons why my Dallas weekend was one of the most.
Justin, you were super fucking
when I say MVP,
you were a fucking amazing Justin.
Yes.
Thank you so much for everything.
Krista, I'm sorry. Let me get this giveaway because I said I was gonna do it at 9:45 and it's 10 o'clock. But I was able to use Gleam.io for this giveaway. I want to thank Sean who gifted this game to the show.
Thank you, Sean. We appreciate
deluxe edition of the 2K22 game with Rey Mysterio on the cover for the 2S5. So I was very excited when I was doing this while you guys were like talking or whatever, because I like when our giveaway winners are like people that we know. I don't know this wonderful lady, but I was able to be, I think, on one news show with her. And she is with the wonderful group of Women's Wrestling Talk. If you are not following them, I suggest you do that because they are really pumping out content. They're doing their thing. I hope I'm saying her name right. Druin Santana.
Congratulations.
Thank you for entering. You have won this special edition of WWE 2K22 for the PS5 with Rey Mysterio. So thank you for entering. Thank you everyone who entered.
I think she was in Dallas and I think she was in Wrestlemania. I feel like I
said was she? Druin, were you in Dallas?
You spelled Santana wrong, baby. You forgot it. N-A.
Thank you for bringing that up right now. That helps.
I'm sorry. It just bothers me.
Thank you. I mean, it's fine. But Druin, please DM us and your address. We will definitely send this out to you. We have stickers. I got new business cards, and we will send this out to you. Thank you, everybody that joined us.
Yes, congratulations.
Krista, thank you. This was a really special Thirsty Thursday.
Yes, thank you. And Pete, thank you so much for adjusting it for me because I really am booked and busy for the rest of April.
That's what we love to hear.
Going into May. Like I am booked and busy. So thank you, Pete, for literally working with my schedule.
You're a queen.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you,
for
baby.
doing this for me.
Oh, Drew, you were in Dallas? Okay, so we gotta definitely
I know. Drew, did we speak? Did we hug each other?
If you hugged me at Wrestlemania,
she hugged the both of us.
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
See, I remembered that she hugged me. We spoke, but I was in the midst of finding your stuff. That it was a quick hug, and we couldn't even speak.
What had happened was.
Thank you. What had happened was. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Drew and Santana. Yes. We love you so much. Please make sure you DM us to get your 2K22 special edition game with Rey Mysterio on the cover. Make sure you play as him. Let us know how it plays.
If you have a Twitch channel, if you do something with women's wrestling, so we would love to know about it too and send us. And I also just want to close this out because this was a really special one for us, particularly for those wrestling girls. And
right, Drew
finally someone noticed because no one else noticed.
But you know what's crazy?
Drew's a real one.
But you know what's crazy? I promise you on everything that I love, you was the way you're sitting right now. We're speaking and laughing and joking. That's how you were on Wrestlemania. So I didn't know you were drunk until the next day. You was like, you don't remember half the stuff that happened. Like from when we walked in the door, I would appreciate it more if you was like, yeah, I don't remember going upstairs, but you was like, you don't remember giving the lady your ticket. I'm like, man, what? You gave your ticket before me. What are you talking about?
You should have brought her on the floor where I was.
You gave your ticket to the lady before me to scan.
All right, I know that we need to get going. I just wanted to say real quick, as y'all know, or as most of you know, if you don't know, now you know, I am a neophyte as far as wrestling comes. I am a newer, how can I keep saying that I am a newer fan and I have had a wrestling
at this point, you're not a newer fan, baby. You're a fan.
That's true. I am a fully fledged fan, and I really enjoyed the Sami Zayn Johnny Knoxville match. It was surprisingly great.
So good.
It was so good. Johnny did his job. Fucking Wee Man.
I told you, we got the loudest pop of that entire match.
Yeah, because we were. You know what's crazy? Somebody behind us was like, "Where's the short guy?
Oh my God.
Where's the short guy?
Where's Wee Man?" And I'm like, "Bring Wee Man," and then he was there.
We were jumping for joy.
Yo, somebody was kept asking, "Where's the short guy?" But you know what's crazy? I need you guys to listen to. Make sure y'all tune in on Friday because I actually interviewed Sami Zayn before his match. And for the first time ever in WrestleMania prediction history, I was wrong.
Oh,
I was wrong.
Did you humble yourself?
Well, me and Sami Zayn had a really, really good interview, had a really, really good conversation. So please make sure you tune into that. And please make sure, because I'm definitely going to release my Naomi interview and my Kevin Owens interview that I got. So please, and I might release that Becky Lynch interview. But if y'all saw the episode, I saw Becky Lynch was in it. So I don't know. I might save that for a little special treat. What you think, P? I should save Becky for a special treat?
I think you should.
All right. Yeah. We just want to say thank you to everybody who joined us. We're gonna literally retweet everybody's social media handles and everything on our Twitter because we know y'all follow us, so you guys are gonna follow them. This is Wrestling Family. This is our last call. Thank you for everybody joining in. Thank you for Steven. Thank you for Brian. Thank you for Wilkins. Thank you for Fam. Thank you for Justin. Becky, it's so good to see you. We definitely have to have a dinner with the three of us, or maybe the five of us.
Becky, I need some of you in my life.
Yes, we need you, Becky. We need you.
I miss you guys so much. We're gonna do something. My birthday is coming up, so we might figure something out. Speaking of birthdays, shameless plug, because and we are leaving soon. I will be doing a 12-hour stream on April the 19th, a day before my birthday, to receive my birthday at midnight. So if you want, come and check it out.
Cool.
We're gonna be playing games. We're gonna be probably watching some wrestling because that's what we do. And so come and hang out, come and check it out. My Twitch channel is Crispa Contreras. So Crispa Contreras, or twitch.tv/Crispa Contreras is the best way to find me. Come check it out. Instagram, all of the things. Shameless plug. I'm done.
Love you guys.
We love you guys.
Justin, plug yourself real quick.
Plug yourself real quick,
Justin. Our
Justin.
family.
I'm easy to follow at Twitter, IG, Twitch, whatevs. It's Justin Rich, RTCH. Very easy.
We love you, Courtney.
We love you. Yes, Courtney. Oh, we are definitely coming down to DMV.
Oh, very soon.
When I get Juju 2.0, we will listen, Juju 2.0 is loading. She's coming. So I'm definitely driving out to DMV. We're going to have Becky with us. We're going to have It's Britt Waters. We're going to have Brian.
But I'll be there.
Richie, Justin's going to be down there. We about to be lit in DMV. And all I know is that if y'all not with me, I'm going to get my fried lobster tail with or without y'all.
That's a great
on that note right there. On that note right there, it's your girl Krista B
and Queen P.R.
And we are out. Thank you for joining us for another Thirsty Thursday. We love you guys. Mwah.
Next one is May 12th. See you there.
May 12th. See you there, y'all.
Bye. See ya.
And everyone, tune into Becky's stream. Happy birthday,
my birthday stream.
Her birthday
April 19th from noon to midnight. Bye.
We love you.
Love you.